Ace, that's everything. Apart from the camera. Right. Hey, there we go, look at that. So we're gonna do a quick audio test. Audio. Good sound. Sweet. So, I'll get this show on the road. Are we watching? It's always nice. Hey everyone and welcome to Game Pass News. It's recorded today, which is Friday the 1st of July. I'm Sean and we've got no Nick, so it's a bit weird. The podcast is going to run a little bit differently this week. I'm going to stream Far Cry 5 for everybody that's watching. For you guys that are listening on the audio, I'm going to try and keep the game chat to an absolute minimum and deliver you this week's news. So without further ado, let's get into a show. Okay, so like I said, I'm doing things a bit different this week. Nick's on vacation, he's going to visit some family, so I'm left to my own devices. And I'm doing the best I can without a system that can actually stream and do all the OBS and all the fancy stuff that Nick does. You guys that are listening to the audio today are getting this one. Big Sky Country. And if you're watching this on Twitch or over on YouTube, you're going to get the gameplay of Far Cry 5, which came out today, or yesterday if you're listening to this as a podcast.
Still amazed at how beautiful.
Maybe that's what blind.
I've had a quick scan through everything where I can. Top news, top stories wise, and there still isn't a great deal. We aren't seeing a lot of activity from
militant. It was a goddamn cult.
From Xbox on much stuff. So the first top story that I have is that as of the 30th of June, which it was Thursday, you can now stream the cloud service games to any Samsung TV as long as it's 2022 and older. I haven't seen any feedback of that, I haven't seen any of it in action. I don't want to kind of ruin that for myself.
People are scared, man.
So,
someone wished to harm us.
Yeah. I mean, it's great that they're now running that service. I think it's going to bring a lot more people into the ecosystem.
Their leader.
I mean, usually Nick had said something really witty here, like, "Oh yeah, you know, this could be this, and this," and he's not. So usually, we bounce off each other. So,
do not believe. Have no faith.
I don't think that they haven't changed any of the payment options for that either. So, yeah, I think you've got to have Game Pass Ultimate, which allows you the cloud service. So you kind of paying the same amount as everybody else would be if you were playing it on a console just to play it on the TV. So I hope that system's working well. If you have used it or anything like that, give us some feedback, tell us how it's gone for you. I know it's still in the early doors, so we'll see how great that is. The next bit of news that I've got is the Fall Guys Spartan event is now running. That's running, I believe. Oh, I have to look this up very quickly. I thought I had this in my head.
He's not a man to be fucked with. We've had run-ins with him before. They haven't always gone our way. Just sometimes. Sometimes it's best.
Very quickly, hang on with me here.
Yeah, well, laws for a reason, Sheriff. And
30th of June to the
Joseph's gonna
5th
learn
of July it's running, which you don't need to write a lot of time to get that. I mean, I finished the
that.
showdown
Call
event
with dispatch.
in a day. There's a list of objectives that you've got to do, and then
We're approaching the
which are quite easy to
compound,
achieve
Ramsey.
by
Over.
obtaining like a silver in it, playing it so many times going through. But then there's also another list to the side,
Unfortunately, still trying to talk
and you've got to
some
find
sense
these
into
little
our friend
floating
Marshall.
pink
Over.
or purple looking Spartan helmets. You find those in each level that is available, and once you've got them all, they give you 100
10-4 over
points
and
to redeem the
Nancy along with us instead of the Proby. These Peggies wouldn't fuck with her.
unlockables. And you get the unlockables that you get are pretty cool. Then you get the Spartan helmet emblem. You get a nice nameplate. You get, I think it's a Spartan at heart. You get a nice skin, so it kind of has the 117 kind of colours, and then you get to unlock the pink kitty helmet. So it's pretty cool. It's nice. It's a fun little system as well. Blast ball is always the last one, and that's a really good like PvP style round for Fall Guys, which I've really enjoyed. So yeah, there's that. I'm a little bit annoyed, and I think a few people are as well. I've seen a lot of it on the old Twitterverse that they can't believe that you're having to actually pay for the in-game currency, which you have to pay real money for to get like the full Spartan suits, and they're not cheap either. I think it's something like 1,200 show bucks gets you like the Spartan chief outfit, which I think was a bit rubbish. I haven't pulled the trigger on that. I haven't really seen anybody that has pulled the trigger on that while I've been playing it. So, a Ninja Lunchbox has jumped in the chat and he's saying he's played them all as well and he's thoroughly enjoying it, and that he's completed them in a day as well. So, I'm not the only one that's super special. What else was I going to say about Fall Guys? Oh yeah, our achievement hunters for this month as well is for Fall Guys. That's running until the very end of July. You know how that works. You guys play the game, unlock the achievements, get a screenshot to us, and we'll stick you in every 5 games score that you unlock while playing the game. Gets you 1 entry in, and we'll draw the name at random, which is pretty cool. The last little top story that's here is that Sea of Thieves, the Forsaken Hunter, that little event's now started, and that is live until July 14th. I did the Pirates of the Caribbean one, and like they do a really good job of doing these little events. They are really cool. They're very, very unique. So go and give that a go. We've got the new season coming for Sea of Thieves. I believe this is part of the new season of, I think, season 7 of Sea of Thieves. So yeah, definitely go give that a go. And just very quickly going back to the Fall Guys thing, Ninja Lunchbox in the chat says he's pulled the trigger on the Master Chief costume, and he's figured why not, since he's playing it for free. The only thing that stopped me from buying it, even though I am playing the game for free, is that I bought into the season pass, and I'm trying to save up the show books to buy the next season pass. So yeah, but that's all I've got really for top stories this week. Usually Nick's around to do a really deep dive as well.
Because we know what happens next.
So yeah.
They will come.
So we'll move into the news bulletins,
They will try to
and
take from us, take our
the
guns,
news bulletins for this week,
take
I'm
our
just going to run
freedom,
through all the games that have come out
take our faith.
and what are available. Normally this would be done by during the showcase, but like I said, I don't have all the fancy bits and pieces like Nick does. He is really the star of the show, so when he's on vacation this one kind of falls by the wayside, and it becomes difficult to run for me. So new games this week, the Shadowrun Trilogy, that came out on the 21st of June. We covered that in the showcase last week. Sure we did. It's highlighted. Shadowrun Trilogy, yeah, we did. We covered it last week.
They've come to take me away from you.
I've not really had a look at that.
They've come to destroy all that we built.
I haven't got any notes for it either, which is really odd. I should have had notes. Let me get that sorted. Oh, make a new tab. It's just sorry, I've got people shouting in the background in my ears.
Go.
Going to Game Pass.
Go.
So Shadowrun Trilogy comprises three.
God will not let them
Cult
take
tactical RPG game taking place in dystopian cyberpunk future in which magic has reawakened, bringing back to life creatures of... yeah, this is the one where it was kind of like cyberpunk met Final Fantasy. Yeah, I can remember this. I think Nick said he was actually wanting to give this a go, so that'd have been quite interesting. The next one on the list is Three Kingdoms, but that's only on for PC. This is one of the strategy series, a bit like Red Alert, things like that. Civilization, where you kind of build your kingdoms up and you've got the real-time battles and things like that. And then coming soon... Well, that's not coming soon, is it? That's out now. The other game that dropped, which is a bit of a big one, and I don't know if this is... Shh. Siri, joining in. You know, the big one that I think with FIFA dropping the EA, or EA losing the FIFA license, I think these might be trying to get people into the ecosystem of FIFA a little bit early. As FIFA 22 landed on Game Pass on June 23rd, along with Nakara Blade Point, which was a big hit on the showcase for Xbox Bethesda, kind of bringing a bit of a samurai Warzone PvP style thing. There's been a lot of good chatter in the Discord about this. People are really enjoying it and saying to give it a go. Unfortunately, large swords and anime style war fighting and things like that is not my cup of tea, so kind of giving it a wide berth. And then, like, out of nowhere on Thursday, just Shadow dropped House Flipper. I played this game mobile. I think a lot of people in the Discord were chatting about that, the fact they played it mobile. And this is just a kind of first-person view. You start off really low-budget house, and you basically just kind of clean it up, paint up the walls, put some wallpaper on, stuff like that. And the more houses you get, or do, the more things you unlock, so you can kind of make different changes all the time. And you're allowed to then buy stuff like furniture for your own little house. Yeah, it's pretty good. It was a good mobile game that I played. Oh dear. Sorry, Far Cry's getting a bit heated already. So speaking of that, the other game that came out, and it came out today, was Far Cry 5. I know Nick's really excited to play this. I played Far Cry 3, Primal, and I think I did 6. I think I missed this one for some reason. So I'm quite looking forward to going back to it, because it seemed quite interesting. Seems really interesting to start, so... yeah. I'd say if you like your simulator games, out of that list of games that we've just gone through, there's House Flipper is probably like the closest you're going to get. That's going to be like, it's pretty much what Nick does for a living, I believe. So he's classing that as a bit of a work sim. But yeah, if you like your simulator style games, that is a pretty good one to get into. Yeah, he's like almost combining, if you could have Farm Simulator, Lawnmower Simulator, and House Flipper. You could probably live a life in a simulation. Sorry, Far Cry 5's upside down. So yeah, games that are coming out next week. Matchpoint Tennis Championship comes out on the 7th of July. And then 5th of July is Last Call BBS. Where are we? That is on this link. So Last Call BBS is actually something that is a question that Nick's asked about later on.
Everything is just fine.
Right.
I don't need to call anymore.
looking for this. There's a new... There's a new bit of news out on Xbox News. I'm just quickly running through now. But no, yeah, that's it. Match Point Tennis and Last Call BBS, which I'm going to quickly get up now. Last Call BBS.
Everything is unfolding according to God's plan. I'm still here with you.
So that was on Steam. So I'll have a quick look at the Steam website. Last Call BBS. Boot up your Z5 Power Lance and dial into Last Call BBS, the last game from Zachtronics. Bar keeps loaded up his retro-compatible set of puzzle games for you to download and play. No need to worry about any copyright protection. They are all fully correct and ready to enjoy. I'm looking at this as like a little circuit game you can play, a little like mecha builder you can do. And basically like that. It's just all different kinds of puzzle games for you to play. Like it looks like there's a bit of a solitaire, but you kind of play it all in an old retro style PC. I'd like to say like a BBC looking computer. So yeah, it looks quite interesting. And then games that you can pick up with Games of Gold this week is Base of Mar Villa Island, which is available from July 1st to the 31st. Unlock the wonder by taking pictures of elusive and beautiful creatures on a mysterious dreamlike island. Explore a 3D jungle teeming with unusual and playful life. Climb, explore and solve puzzles. Use your grandfather's journals and his trusty old camera to snap pics of otters, crocodiles, birds disguised as bananas and much more. It's up to you and your photographer's eye to help share Marvel's magic with the world. That actually sounds quite cool. I might give that a go actually. I like the photographer aspect of things. Relicta is the next game you can get. Plays a physicist stranded on an eerie, derelict moon base. Find your way by bending gravity and mechanism to your will. Buried in the darkness of lunar craters is a secret that might claim your daughter's life or change the fate of humanity forever. Solve puzzles in a game where every corner holds a mystery and each step is a challenge. That sounds a little bit like Paul, but expanded a little bit. Thrillville Off the Rails. This was an old Xbox 360 game. Design and run your own theme park with 5 new parks and 100 new missions. You'll need an all-day pass to enjoy this much fun. The best part about creating crazy roller coaster rides is you get to ride them as many times as you want. This is a deeper dive to like theme park, stuff like that. And the last one is Torchlight. Hack and slash your way through dungeons galore. Choose from among 3 character classes as you roam from the centre and safety of the town of Torchlight into randomly generated dungeons to battle hordes of monsters and collect lots of loot. You'll have a trusty animal companion at your side as you take on main quests, side quests, battle big bosses and chat with denizens of the town. So sounds like a pretty good group of games to get. There's a bit of something there for everyone. You've got your theme park build, a bit of a futuristic puzzle game, a hack and slash dungeon crawler, and then Beast of Mar Villa Island, which sounds very different, but could all be worth a good go. Where's my document gone? Yeah, that's pretty much it for the news bulletins. Exit. There hasn't been a great deal of news, and you are going to get this very quickly diluted with me because there is only me. There's nobody to bounce off of. I was kind of hoping some guys in the chat might jump in. So I'm also trying to keep an eye on Far Cry because my character's been upside down in a helicopter that's now on fire. So this game's looking very interesting indeed. There's still no news on the acquisition yet. That seems to have been pretty quiet. As far as we're aware, it's all going ahead still. Good time. Do I have to go? Do I have to run away? Sorry, the mission's now started on Far Cry. We can really quickly jump into to what I've been playing this last week, which is a mixture of all sorts, really. I downloaded Dead Space with the remake coming later on, hopefully next year, I believe. That carries on. It should be quite cool. Stealth detection meter fills up. So you guys that are watching the stream, once I've got done with recording the audio for the guys that listen to this audio, I will carry on playing Far Cry for a little bit longer. So once I've finished delivering the news, we'll... Ooh, what's this? Oh, I got a stick. So yeah, I've been playing Dead Space. I've forgotten how good that game actually is for something that was on the 360, and I think it was back in 2008. It plays really well. It still gets me. It's still a little bit jumpy. You know, I'm finding it really interesting. Storyline's really good too.
As long as we trust him, start saying your prayers.
Ah! Punch him, punch him. Ah! I released the honey badger and now I'm getting chased by him. So yeah, anyway, what was I saying? Dead Space, right. I'm dead. Sorry, game's hilarious. Just tried to punch a honey badger to death. Didn't work. So, I had to, maybe not release the honey badger this time. Ah, that's good. It's respawned me with no enemies or honey badger chasing me. Far Cry 5's been hilarious so far. Where were we at? Yeah, so Dead Space. So I'm going to play through them all in turn, slowly over time. I'm going to play through one, which I've got to a bit of a sticking point in it, where it's at a point where it's at a point where you've got to be quick and like nimble while playing the game, and I just haven't quite got the time to well, I haven't had the time to put myself into that. We've got a pistol. So yeah, there was that. And then I fired up Resident Evil, The Village. Finally get into that for a little bit and see what that's like, especially with the DLC and stuff like that that's coming soon. I didn't get far into that. The beginning of that game is really, really weird. Like the whole carrying the baby thing, putting the baby to bed, and then all of a sudden your partner gets shot to pieces, and Chris Redfield comes and kidnaps your baby, which was very, very strange for me. So yeah, got that to go at as well. So when I get more frustrated with Dead Space, I can jump between that and stuff. And then the only other game I've been playing, and I have been playing like a shit ton of it, is Fall Guys. I have absolutely fallen in love with that game. I think it's hilarious. I love the fact that there's daily challenges to do every day, which are really helping me get through the season pass pretty quick. And you've got weekly challenges, which are a little bit harder to do, but they earn you some pretty good loot. Let's see if we can choose this guy's head. Headshot. And you know, you get some pretty good kudos for that money and things like that. Or you what is it? Experience points. I can't remember what they're called in the game, but yeah, I'm like at level 28 or 29 going through the season pass, and I'm in full swing with it. It's brilliant. I'm almost unlocked like an Among Us character kind of thing, like a cheesehead, which my son's really happy about because it's one of his favourite. Well, he has all the Among Us Season 1 and Season 2 characters, like the little tiny figures, he's got all those. So he's really happy that I'm going to get that. But for now I'm just running around with a green skin and my purple Spartan helmet on because, you know, it's what I've unlocked recently. I am still gutted that I have to pay real money for the Spartan gear. I'm still not 100% certain if that's something I'm gonna get or not. Probably will, and I'll stream.
I found him. I found
Okay.
Matthew.
Oh. Yeah, and that's it. I haven't been playing much. It's been a busy week. We've had. Oh no! Don't do that. We've had daughter's 16th birthday. We've had like family round. We've done this, that, and the other. So it's been kind of a bit of a crazy manic week, as well as Nick being on holiday. And keeping up with the Chubbies bracket because, you know, fat fighters for life. It's brilliant. Nick's doing awesome and he's absolutely killing it, by the way. He's won yet again. He's like nearly 12% of his body weight he's lost since he started. So that guy's absolutely killing it and deserves all the winnings that he's getting. So yeah, not really played a great deal else. I don't think I've played anything much on the Switch. I've not played any Strikers because, sorry to the Dads After Dark, but I just am not enjoying that game. I don't think Nick is either, with the stuff that he's kind of been saying to me about it. So, so yeah, we'll kind of slide now into the party chat section. Because there's only me, I kind of thought I'd ask a little bit of everyone to try and give me some questions to answer, not necessarily just themed around Xbox and Game Pass. Thought a little bit of everything. Ooh, explosion. And the questions I got 3 questions. I got one from Hambone and 2 from Nick. One is kind of works around our issues with Strikers. So I'll answer those first. It says, why is it when I lose multiple games of Mario Strikers that it just wants to pitch his Switch out the window, but if I suck it up on Fall Guys I just find it funny? I can't agree anymore. Sorry, concentrating, getting shot at. Getting shot at anymore. I completely agree with Nick. If I lose at Strikers, I find it really frustrating. I get quite anxious about it. It really winds me up. But then at Fall Guys, if I don't win or I fall off and don't, you know, I get eliminated, I'm not bothered. It's just I kind of restart, off I go, and I think it's a little bit of I'm trying to do my best for like Drew and John and the whole Dads After Dark team, you know, trying to help them out. So kind of get that kind of oh, it's a rock. So that kind of frustration sits on top. So that's kind of one of the reasons why I've strayed away from playing Strikers so much. I mean, it is a good game. If you sit and play it as a couch co-op, I think we've said this quite often. You want to sit and play it as a couch co-op with somebody, it's great, it's a good laugh. You know, the gameplay is really fluid, really easy to pick up and play. You know, it doesn't take much to understand it. It takes a lot to master it, but it doesn't take much to understand it. So, but yeah, it's just, yeah, it's a bit weird. I get used to get the same kind of anxiety playing Warzone, but then that started to calm down when I figured out that it's not all life and death about it. The next question from Nick is, what does the BBS in Last Call BBS stand for? So that game comes, like I said, talks about it. That game comes out on the 5th of July. And after a bit of digging and looking at what the game's about, the BBS in Last Call BBS stands for Bulletin Board System.
no idea.
And that stems from like companies using like electronic electrical and bulletin boards outside rooms or in offices to kind of help pass memos around. But because it's used on one of the old retro style PCs, that system used to be used in those as well to kind of help pass memos around quickly before emails became the big thing. It was like just a network of computers that were used as a bulletin board system. So that, Nick, I believe, is what the BBS stands for in called BBS.
It's probably only a few hours back to
And then the third and last question came from a good friend of ours, Mr. Hambone Johnny, and he says, scenario. Nick hits the lotto, he wins big, quits his job and the podcast and moves to his newly purchased Caribbean island to live out his days as a humble coconut farmer. If you had your choice, what celebrity would you want to do your new podcast host? I would like Ryan Reynolds. I think he's hilarious. Hilarious actor. I like his wit, I like his charm, and I really feel like we would probably bounce off each other. We'd probably bounce off each other quite a bit, even though I'm not way. He and I like. Just fun. It'd be nice. Plus, you know, a bit of eye candy. He'd draw in a lot of different attention from people. Quite difficult when you're getting shot at, sorry to all those that are audio guys. So yeah, be Ryan Reynolds. But of course I wouldn't want to replace anybody. If I could still have Nick, I'd prefer to have Nick, because you know, it just wouldn't be the same. So Nick, if you win the lottery and you do move to an island, let's move out there together and run the podcast from Caribbean. We'll sell the coconuts and make podcasts about gaming and coconuts. That'd be hilarious.
We gotta get back, but we gotta be smart. We don't know who we can trust. Fucking Nancy.
I mean, that's all the kind of the news that I've got. So for you guys that are listening on the audio, I'm just gonna hit pause on this for a second while we sign out the audio podcast. So I apologise to all you guys that are used to your hour-long podcast. This has kind of been a short informational. Nick's back next time round, so it'll be a little bit longer. We'll chat about his vacation. We'll talk more in depth about Far Cry, because hopefully he'll. Ooh, there's a Stranger Things crossover mission for Far Cry 6. That's interesting. I might have to move on to that after I finish playing Far Cry 5. That'd be very nice. Anyway, sorry. Nickel probably had a bit of time to play Far Cry 5. We'll talk about the Spartan event a little bit more. And hopefully there'll be a bit more news. I think with you, like a big drop of acquisition style news, or some rumours to fling around. Or we might even have some reports on how the... how it's all running on TVs and stuff like that. Nick might have his friends might even have a Samsung TV that might be able to do it, so that might be something he's kind of kept from me a little bit. So, thanks very much for listening. As always, our socials are at Game Pass News. That's over at Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube. If you want to snag yourself some pretty sweet Game Pass News merch, head over to redbubble.com. Look up Game Pass News. You'll find us there. I even think that the Nintendo Dads have a few little pieces in their store too, so that's where you combine to that. If you want to join in the Discord and have a good chat with us guys, it's a good place to reach out. There's lots of like-minded dads that play games. Head over to patreon.com/Nintendo Dads. Buy in there for as little as $1 a month. That gets you instant access, or subscribe to our Twitch channel. And Mr. Timothy Olf from the Nintendo Dads will sort you out with access Don't forget our competitions. We've got the achievement hunters going on for Fall Guys. All that information is over at Twitter. And the other one is the co-op campaigns. So if you listen to this via a podcasting service, go and give us a review, especially the Apple Podcasts app, because that's the one we're currently we're running the competition from. I'll go over to YouTube and subscribe there, or follow us here on Twitch. Come give us some love. Once we've hit our targets, each of the brackets, we're gonna, you've got a chance of winning some hard-earned Microsoft Xbox cash. So yeah, thanks very much. It's been a show. It's been a pleasure. And until next time, guys, we shall see you later. Okay, everybody in the stream still there, which is nice. So we'll play this now.
Behind us! Fuck! Keep them off us!
Keep your...
Christ! Can't get around it! Hold up! More behind us!
Oh, sharing my own car.
The back of the truck! Use it! Hurry! Take them out! Yeah! That's it! Light them up! Blow them to hell! On my right! Damn it!
Well, don't hold on to the dynamite for too long. That's never a good thing. It's never ever a good thing.
Come on, Rook! Going! Leave them!
I'm gonna kill you!
Up ahead! Cautious! Take them out! Hold on!
Don't really have to take anybody out.
Okay? Nice work back there. I'd be dead if it weren't for you. We gotta get back, but we gotta be smart. We don't know who we can trust. Fucking Nancy. Oh no. Oh no. They got the roads blocked. Behind us! Keep 'em off us! Jesus Christ! I can't get around it! Hold up! More behind us! Look, there's a case of dynamite in the back of the truck. Use it! Hurry! Take 'em out! Yeah! That's it! Light 'em up! Blow 'em to hell! Alright! Damn it! Gotta lose 'em! Is that a fucking plane? Don't you tell me they have fucking air. Oh shit! John is coming! In front! Father will find him! Holy shit! Nice shot! Hurt! On my left! Front! Damn it! They're gonna get us! Hurt! Right! Oh fuck! He's coming around!
Sweet jeez.
Motherfucking psychopath! You motherfucking pest! Damn it! In front!
Can't avoid that one. Have a pie? Let's swim. Been very out of the frying pan and into the fire as this.
Check the shoreline. Over here. No. Get off me. I am a United States federal marshal.
Looks like a wall of white.
We must give thanks to God. The day I have prophesied to you has arrived. Everything I told you has come true. The authorities who tried to take me from you are now in the loving embrace of my family. Save for one.
Guys, tied us up.
You are my children. And together, we will march to...
You know what that shit means? It means the roads have all been closed. It means the phone lines have been cut. It means there's no signals getting in and out of this valley.
Hey everyone, and welcome to the game.
But mostly it means we're all fucked. Goddamn collapse. They all think the world's coming to an end now. They've been waiting for it. For years. Waiting for somebody to come along and fulfill their prophecy and kick off their goddamn holy war. Well, you sure as shit kicked. Smartest thing for me to do would just be to hand you over. Fuck. Get out of that uniform. We need to burn it. There's some fresh clothes there. When you get changed, you come and see me. We'll see if we can unfuck this situation.
So, nice fresh pair of clothes. Just quickly sticking some audio together. Fly. Sure it all kind of works. Got some big caps. Okay, let's move. What are we doing? The world is a diagonal. I am the balancing point. Was this where we get to create character? Ah, yes. Do we have properly bald? No. So we have. I think that's a little too patriotic for an Englishman. I like the caps. I like cap. My handwear. Some gloves. Next to confirm. So now we know what we look like. Is there a mirror? Go check how it wears out. No.
Please. Anyone there? Peggy's rolled in here like an army. Started throwing people into trucks, taking our food, and then I just heard nothing but gunfire.
Charges, we'll try to come out, pilot some. Ricky wants to show you how it's right. Changing wheels, a lot of work at the college. Okay. Right. Okay, I'm gonna leave it here.
1 2 1 2.
I'm gonna leave it a bit short.
1 2 1
Midnight.
2.
I need to
Dutch. Anybody?
get some sleep. I'm at work
Copy?
in the morning. So, and there's only 2 people looking.
To whoever is in the prison, are you there? What's your status? Hello? Can
Oh.
you hear me?